There are secrets the world is not ready for. Truths only the awakened can feel, not speak. And among us walk the chosen ones. Souls marked by destiny, not for glory, but for guardianship. If you are one of them, this message is for you. Your awakening wasn't random, it was a sacred initiation. But not everyone will understand the visions, synchronicities, or divine downloads you've received. Sharing too much can provoke fear, envy, or doubt in those still asleep. Sometimes silence protects your frequency. Chosen ones carry a divine assignment, but revealing it too early invites interference, energetic, spiritual, and emotional. Until your foundation is unshakable, your mission must remain between you and the divine. You see beyond the veil. Your intuition is sharp, ancestral, and multidimensional. But the more you reveal what you know, the more others may question your sanity or motives. Some truths must be demonstrated, not explained. Angelic encounters, visitations in dreams, messages from beyond. These moments are sacred. To the unawakened, they sound like fantasy. Protect the purity of your experiences from mockery or distortion. They're meant to guide you, not impress others. Angelic encounters, visitations in dreams, messages from beyond. These moments are sacred. To the unawakened, they sound like fantasy. Protect the purity of your experiences from mockery or distortion. They're meant to guide you, not impress others. You've walked through fire, faced demons within and without, but not all are ready to hear the depth of the darkness you've transformed. Your scars are sacred, meant to empower, not entertain. Heal in silence. Share only when it serves. To be chosen is not to be superior. It is to be entrusted. With wisdom, with love, with light, and with the discipline to know what to reveal and what to guard. Remember, the most powerful truths live in silence, and the strongest warriors often walk alone. You are not alone in your path, only in your preparation. When the time is right, the world will feel your presence. Until then, guard the sacred. So now you know, these secrets are not burdens. They are sacred flames, meant to be carried, not flaunted. The question is not why you were given them, but what will you do with what you've been entrusted? 1. Guard them with reverence. These secrets are alive. They evolve with you. Treat them like living spirits. Honor them, protect them, listen to them. Guarding them doesn't mean hiding in fear. It means preserving their power in a world that may try to distort or diminish it. 2. Channel them into your purpose. Let these truths fuel your mission. Let them guide your decisions, your creations, your healing work. Don't speak them. Embody them. The world learns through vibration more than explanation. Share through energy, not ego. You don't need to prove you're chosen. When you walk in alignment, your energy reveals all that words never could. Let your presence be the message. Let your life be the teaching. Trust divine timing. There may come a time when these secrets must be revealed, but it won't come through force. It will come through alignment. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. Until then, the wise remain patient. 5. Stay humble. Stay listening. Being chosen doesn't mean you've arrived. It means you've accepted the call to continue awakening. Remain teachable. Stay in service. And remember, even the chosen are still being shaped by the sacred. What you carry is not meant for everyone. It's meant for those who will remember through you. Protect the sacred. Move in silence. Let your spirit speak louder than your words. You're not here to convince. You're here to awaken. And that dear soul begins with silence and ends with light. However, be aware, there is a cost of speaking. Too soon, the energetic, emotional, and spiritual consequences of revealing sacred truths before their time can cause some static in your path. There's a reason the ancient ones whispered wisdom only to the worthy. Why sages spoke in riddles, and why oracles were feared as much as they were revered. Because truth, when spoken too soon, can destroy more than it awakens. Misunderstood truth becomes madness. To the unawakened mind, your wisdom can sound like delusion. They won't hear your message. They'll hear a threat to their comfort, and the same words that once freed you could chain them in fear. 2 energetic backlash words carry vibration, and truth spoken without energetic alignment invites backlash, not just from people, but from the unseen realms. For every sacred truth carries a frequency, and it must be handled with spiritual maturity. 3. You may attract energies that seek to silence you. When light shines too brightly in unready spaces, it attracts the wounded, the jealous, the dark. Not every attack comes with words. Some come as doubt, confusion, and exhaustion. To speak too soon is to step into battle, unarmored. 4. Diluting the mystery. Some truths are powerful because they are veiled. When you reveal them before someone is spiritually ready, you don't initiate them. You strip the journey of its sacred unfolding. You interrupt a divine process meant to ripen in silence. Losing trust in yourself, and perhaps the greatest cost, is what it does to you. When you share too early and face rejection or ridicule, you begin to doubt your path, your gifts, your knowing. The flame flickers, the voice quiets, and the sacred retreats until you're ready again. Not all silence is suppression. Some silence is strength, a sacred pause, a divine strategy. The chosen one does not rush. They listen, they wait, they prepare, and when the moment is truly right, their voice becomes thunder. Their truth becomes freedom. Chosen one, now you most know the importance of speaking with sacred authority. This is another key attribute you withhold. There will come a moment when silence breaks, when the truth you've guarded begins to rise from within, not as opinion, not as ego, but as a commanding presence. This is sacred authority, not louder, but clearer, not forceful, but undeniable. You don't have to convince when you embody the message. People don't just hear your words, they feel your energy. You are the evidence. Your life, your frequency, your presence. They say what words cannot. Chosen one, you must know to speak when the soul commands, not the mind. Sacred words are not rehearsed. They arise like thunder from still skies. You'll feel it in your bones. A moment when holding back feels more dangerous than speaking. That's when you'll know it's time. Your voice activates, not just informs. You're not here to teach facts. You're here to transmit frequency. When you speak from sacred authority, your words awaken memory in others. You remind souls of what they forgot they already knew. Speak with humility, not hesitation. Sacred authority isn't arrogance, it's service. You speak not to be admired, but to uplift. You don't speak for validation, you speak for liberation. Even when the message is hard, you deliver it with love. Truth echoes through time. A single truth, spoken from the soul, can ripple across generations. When you speak from sacred authority, you plant seeds that bloom long after you've gone silent. But don't forget, when you speak with intention. Your voice doesn't tremble. It resonates. Because it is no longer just your voice. It is the echo of every soul who ever carried the light in silence, until it was time to shine. This is a sacred authority, and when the time comes, you'll know. Now you're empowering those ready to hear your message. Because you know, now you shift the focus outward, towards service, compassion, and awakening others through love and wisdom. It's an invocation of leadership, not for the ego, but for the soul. There will always be those who doubt, dismiss, or deny, but there are also those quietly waiting, searching, hungry for a voice that speaks to the soul, not just the mind. And when you speak with love, with depth, with truth, they will feel you. Because you speak to the soul, not to the crowd. You're not here to go viral. You're here to go vital. Your message is medicine for those ready to receive it. Don't chase the masses. Speak to the one whose life will transform, because you dared to share. Your pain is power. Everything you've survived, everything you've healed, it wasn't just for you. It was to carve out a space in your heart, big enough to hold others who are still learning how to rise. Empower them, not by preaching perfection, but by sharing the truth that healing is messy, real, and possible. Your role isn't to be worshipped. It's to reflect the divine within others. The chosen don't create followers. They activate leaders. When someone hears your message and remembers their own power, that's when you know you've spoken with purpose. Chosen ones remain a student, even while teaching, because even as you empower others, you never stop learning. The most powerful voices are those still listening, still evolving, still in awe of the mystery. Love is the only true authority. In the end, it's not your knowledge that empowers. It's your love. The energy behind your words, the softness in your strength. Speak from love, and you'll never miss the soul you're meant to reach. You are not here to awaken everyone. You are here to awaken the right ones, and they will know you. Not by your credentials, not by your volume, but by the vibration of your truth. So speak, chosen one. When the moment is right, speak to empower, not to impress. To lift, not to lead. To heal, not to be heard. and those who are ready will hear you loud and clear, even in your quietest whisper. To know the secrets and choose silence is not weakness. It is wisdom. It is strength wrapped in stillness. It is the mark of one who walks with the divine. You are not keeping the world in the dark. You are protecting the light until it's strong enough to shine without distortion. You are not withholding truth. You are guarding the sacred, because you understand something most never will. Not everything pure is meant to be public. Not everything powerful is meant to be explained. So if you've been chosen to carry deep truths, if you feel the weight of knowing what others don't, do not let that isolate you. Let it empower you. You were not chosen to be louder. You were chosen to be clearer, more intentional, more aligned. You were chosen to be a keeper of flame. And when the wind dies down, when the time is right, that flame will become fire. Until then, walk with grace. Rudolf Steiner once said, "Live through deeds of love and let others live with tolerance for their unique intentions." Let's reflect on this. This is not just a poetic idea, it's a spiritual directive. Steiner isn't asking us to merely feel love, but to embody it, to act from it. In a world dominated by intellect, opinions, and performance, love expressed through action becomes revolutionary. To live through deeds of love means helping without needing recognition, speaking gently when harshness is easier, forgiving when the wound still aches, holding space when someone else's path looks nothing like yours. It's the daily practice of compassion in motion, not waiting for the world to be better, but becoming the reason it is. This quote reflects the real test of spiritual maturity. It's easy to love those who reflect us, harder to honor those whose choices challenge or confuse us. But true wisdom recognizes every soul is on their own spiral of becoming. Unique Intentions acknowledges that each being carries their own sacred curriculum, lessons, karma, desires, and dreams. To let others live with tolerance isn't passive acceptance, it's active respect. It means not judging someone's pace of awakening, releasing the need to control or correct, trusting that the divine unfolds differently for everyone. It's a call to honor the freedom of the soul, ours and others. Steiner's quote becomes a guiding light for the chosen ones, the seekers, the healers. Live in love. Let others live in freedom, and trust that the highest truth expresses itself uniquely through every life. It invites you to be a living example, not an enforcer, to lead not by persuasion but by presence, and to understand that the most powerful shift happens when we love fully and judge less, move with reverence. And never forget, the most powerful voices in history were not those who spoke often, but those who only spoke when the world was finally ready to listen. And that time, dear soul, is your homecoming. Stay ready, stay sacred, stay chosen. Until next time, Universal Consciousness signing out.